So guys, Brian, East London Printers back at you, man. I've got to say today I'm pretty gutted now because I got a bill from Resolute to repair this machine, and the parts, the service was fair, but the part for the actual machine, this little screen, Ricoh want £2 for it, and that is just completely outrageous. I understand the price to fit it and everything, which I don't dispute what Resolute are charging me, but the part itself for this screen is costing me more than a couple of MacBook Pros, which is ridiculous. This is not even a real iPad kind of screen, and I just don't understand it. Now the thing is, my machine is now out of warranty, so I now have to fork out every single penny to get it fixed. Right guys, so here's the full SP on this Ricoh printer. The printer takes cleaning cartridges like this. You need to use the cleaner cartridges when the machine is not in use to stop it blocking up and drying out. Right? Now, when you put the cleaning cartridges in the machine and you charge the ink through, it's supposed to be able to put the machine in storage. Otherwise, all the ink gets coagulated and blocked in the machine. So I charged it up with inks before leaving for my Christmas holiday. Now, in the past, I've always had issues. Every time I put the cleaning cartridge in and I charge it through, the whole system goes into this glitch. So I've always noticed that there was a bug whenever you put the cleaning cartridges in and you charge all the cleaning fluid into the printer, right? And then I've also had a load of rigmarole when I come back from my holiday and I want to put the ink, the proper printing inks back in there. I've had a load of rigmarole with the operating system to get my inks back in. It's not as straightforward as what they want it to be because it's glitchy. The machine bugs out when you change the cartridge types in there. Not happy about it, to be honest, because I think it's unfair, because I found out that this is a software glitch causing the problem. Now the software glitch normally would be sorted out through remote, because they log in remotely, and this printer is connected via IP address. It's a network printer. Now I don't understand for the love of life why they would never just put a USB port and connect it straight to the printer. In any case, there's a USB port on the front of the printer and also the back. In any case guys, Resolute was kind enough to try and log in and fix the problem, but were unable to connect to the printer because of this glitch. There, as you can see, the printer's booting up, it goes into initializing phase, and this is a software error with the actual system. Now the problem is, this uses an Android operating system, right? And the operating system, instead of being kept on a hard drive, is kept in the actual screen, from what I understand. Now, because it won't connect via computer, via the IP address through the network to the actual printer because of this software loop, because this is what is stuck in now. It's just stuck in this loop. It won't come out of this loop now. Right now, because of this, I'm unable to update the firmware, which would have fixed the problem, but because of this software loop, it hasn't actually booted in and obtained an IP address. Now the thing is, what is annoying is it's got a USB port on the front, so you'd think you'd be able to just download the firmware and pop it in the USB and switch it on and update, because that's how most firmwares are updated on majority of gadgets. Now I've seen online that Ricoh obviously know about this software glitch, because on other models they've actually made it so you can update via the USB drive. You just download the firmware, put it on, and you don't have to go through none of this network connection. But the thing is, what's really irritating for me now is the fact that knowing this problem is out there, instead of doing a callback on all the screens and Ricoh footing the bill, it's a very expensive machine. So for the price that people have paid for it, you'd think that Ricoh would do a callback on this machine, right? Or not even on the machine, send out an engineer to change the screen, because knowing it's got a software glitch. Now I've just taken out a 5-year finance on this machine, and it's only just got me past the first year, and now it's broken down with a £3 bill. Now some people will say, okay, well we can argue that I've actually got an extended warranty on it, because Resolute had to argue it out with Ricoh because it was sitting there under a year, and just after we bought the machine we went into lockdown, so I was unable to get a full year's use out of it. initially the heads went down before the first year was out, and I had to get onto Resolute, and they were kind enough to argue with Ricoh to extend my warranty, because we was in lockdown pretty much most of 2020 and I never really got use out of it. But to think that this thing here is not going to last me for the term of use that I'm paying off for it, which is 5 years. I mean, look, this machine here is made by Roland. It's a print and cut machine. It's a printer. Some may argue, well, it's not the same type of machine. It's a printer. It has dampers. It has flipping blades. It uses ink and it prints. I've been using this SP300 now. It's probably older than my daughter, and she's 19. Correct me if I'm wrong out there, guys, but I've had this machine ages. It's got a service contract with Roland, right? And if there's any parts that go wrong with this machine, Roland, on the silver service that Roland provide, they will come out and they will replace the parts ASAP. On the service contract, this machine's been working pristine. It hardly gives me any problems at all. It never really goes wrong. Prints vinyl, print and cut onto t-shirts, and it's one of the best Rolands out there, I've been told. It prints as wide as 70-inch. And it's very, very reliable. And on the service contract that Roland offer, I've had pretty much almost every replaceable part changed in this over the 10 years plus that I've had this. From the minute this was walked through the door, it's been paying its way. This, on the other hand, now has been just about getting me over the finish line. Now, for the amount of time I've had it, you know, since the heads have gone down on it, they came out to replace the heads, and I'll be honest, the prints weren't as pristine as they were before we changed the heads, and I think that was something to do with the head alignment. Fair play, but right now, look, as you can see, all it's doing is booting up. Now, I don't see why I should have to foot the bill, right? I don't mind paying. In fact, let's start again. I've seen this screen selling online for $719 US. And someone has even just got back to me on the t-shirt forum saying that they paid under $500 US for it. So I can't understand why I'm now being charged $2 grand for this screen. This is like one of those cheap bootleg China flipping screens. The touch screen is not that great. So how the hell was that $2 grand? It's the price of like 2 MacBook Pros. So I'm kind of gutted. I've sent a message to Resolute to express my concerns, and hopefully, you know, they're going to reach out to Ricoh, have a word with them, and see what they can do to resolve this, because I think it's a little bit outrageous on the price, considering what we paid for it. Damn. So currently, my DTG's out of action. And I'm just really wondering what the position is. Am I going to move over to a different make of DTG? Because I'm really not happy, Ricoh. So Ricoh, if you're watching out there, please get in contact and sort me out with something sensible. If you could send me a new screen, it looks like it's pretty modular. I do like the fact that you can change things, swap things out on yourself. It looks like I can just take a couple of screws off, pull this off, and hopefully it's an easy fix, plug and play job. But please, you should have made a USB option so you can update the operating system. It's like, imagine it's like your Windows on your PC goes down, right? And then they say, oh, sorry mate, your Windows has gone down, so you need to buy a new Mac. Or your Windows has gone down, so you need to buy a new computer. Or your Mac's gone down because your OS X is corrupt, so therefore you've got to buy a brand new Mac. I mean, that's ridiculous. Or a new screen on your Mac. It's not my fault the operating system is in the screen, and they didn't make the USB that's right there, right next to it, accessible without having to flipping connect through a network, which it's clearly not booting up onto. You know, this is ridiculous. You know, I would have thought, you know, a couple of little taps on the screen with a USB in, bosh, firmware updated, job done. Ricoh, no, I'm not happy. I want it sorted. Can you help me sort it? Because this is just not fair and not on. People, sorry to give you the old banter and the old rag and trade and the old flipping screw face, but unfortunately, this is how it goes.